Have you ever gotten angry at your partner only to realize afterwards that it really wasn't about them at all? Hi, my name is Eric Hammer, registered psychotherapist, and my purpose and passion is helping men who are struggling in their romantic relationships to be more self confident, to gain a greater awareness and understanding of themselves, and to really develop the healthy relationships that they desire. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the concept of projections from a psychodynamic psychotherapy perspective. And essentially, this idea of, in the example that I used previously, this idea around when we don't own or we're not aware of certain feelings that we might have, we can project those specific feelings onto our partner. And again, this is a type of defense, essentially, an emotional defense that we all do, essentially. But the idea here is to become aware of these specific projections. So essentially, if, for example, I might be feeling a sense of neediness, let's say, in the relationship, well, we might unconsciously project those feelings and attribute maybe a sense of our partner being clingy in some way. So as opposed to kind of owning that our own feelings or experiences, because it's something that might be painful for us at that moment to really own as our own experience or our own feeling, we'll then use our partner as sort of a screen and again project our own experiences and feelings onto our partner, and then again experience them in a certain way based on our own emotional defenses against experiencing our own pain in that particular moment. And the reason this takes place so much in romantic relationships is because of the closeness involved. And so, again, we're really going to see these defensive maneuvers taking place in our closest relationships. And so, like I said, this is a very common thing that we as human beings all tend to do. But the real key behind it, right, I think, in terms of working with projections, is that space between our own emotions coming up in the moment and that space between what we can deem as either a reaction to what we might be going through versus a response. So again, this idea about becoming aware of what's occurring for us in the moment and then responding in a way that's coming from a place of groundedness and one that's much more conscious. So what's great about projections is they leave clues, right? So if we're acting in a certain defensive way, the real question then is taking that kind of space, that step back, coming back to the self, and really coming from a place of curiosity about, hey, what's going on with myself in this moment, and why am I responding in a certain way, and what about myself and perhaps my history might be contributing to some of this defensive posturing that I'm going through at the moment. So again, I think the real key here around those projections is giving us clues around our own self-awareness. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave a comment below, and please check with a psychotherapist to make sure that this or any other information is appropriate for you. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day. Take care.